I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The lyrics scientist lab.
Man, let me tell you something.
Oh my God! If you start this fucking off with fucking some wild shit, some shit that you know I'm not gonna approve of starting the show off with.
Well, let me tell you something, Jared.
Oh
There's a lot to talk about.
We've already started it.
There's a lot to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 229th episode of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast featuring Jared, Leigh, and RJ. All right, that's cool. I like that. But what I was gonna say is, do you know what is really emotional?
You?
Me, yes. For a while, several days, I was very emotional. You probably would have
No,
yelled at
not
me.
just several days. Your fucking entire life.
Okay, I am emotional. I am an emotional man. And do you know what gets my emotions going, Jared? Gets my blood flowing?
What really grinds your gears?
What really grinds my gears
That?
is how incredible X-Men was this
Oh,
past
thank God!
weekend.
I thought you were gonna fucking start.
Don't you worry, Jared. Don't you worry.
All right, now you can get your fucking close up again.
Oh, there we go. Here. Put the camera on me. Hi, folks. We are back live here on Twitch with another exciting episode of the podcast. But I was able to consume quite a bit of television in the span of a day and a half, as much as I possibly could.
Sir, we discussed how much you had to watch, and 2 hours and 40 minutes is not shit.
It was a lot because I watched 3 shows.
Okay,
So
it wasn't a lot. It's not a lot. Trust me, bro. Everything that came out this week, I already watched, and then some. Granted, yes, I'm at home all day because I work from home. However, you be making up excuses for why you can't do shit when there's.
So you've already watched all 8 episodes of Fallout.
Yes,
That's crazy.
it's not hard.
Well, I'm not saying it's difficult, but I don't know. I've got 3 episodes in with that. So,
And I watched both seasons of Invincible.
what the fuck, Jared? See, you're not normal, man. Yeah, you're not normal. I'm over here.
I barely sleep, to be honest.
Yeah, well, and it's very obvious at this point in time. But I want to talk about X-Men 97 and just how damn good and how. Oh, and I don't want to spoil anything because I'm sure people haven't seen it yet.
I'm not going to spoil it either, but yeah, this last episode. Well, let's put it this way: there's people, and I kind of respect the group of people that I see online, like when it comes to like Facebook and stuff, because nobody's giving it away, but everybody's saying things that like if you know type shit, which is that's hashtag if you know, but. Like I posted, I was like, between Shogun and X-Men this week, like I forgot exactly what I said, but then I was like, I promise I'm not crying, but basically inside I was fucking crying.
Dude, the episode of X-Men, I was sitting there and I was watching it and I was like, hey, what's happening? And then I leaned forward and I was like, what is happening?
No, there was a whole bunch of shit. Like there was just parts when I was like, wait, huh?
Dude.
No, it was like that type of shit.
And when after this episode aired,
when I had to watch it twice because there's so much in just that one episode in that 30 minutes. They could have done several episodes just on what happened between all of that shit.
It's a lot to take in. There's a lot of information that I didn't really know about, and I don't know if this is strictly canon or if it's. Well, I'm more so talking about the relationship between Rogue and Magneto.
It is.
That is canon?
Yeah, that's no, you got to remember some of this source material that they're using has been stuff since we kind of stopped paying attention.
Okay.
Like we were paying attention in the 90s, maybe early 2000s, but then there was stuff between like early 2000s up until even now.
Yeah.
That we don't know, but that's why New Rockstars comes into play because they'll kind of go. This also happened from this issue back in blah 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 blah, and it'll talk about. So a lot of the stuff has already been done in the comic books.
Okay,
they have their own little twist to it.
All right,
But yeah, they always had even the original cartoon. They had kind of because remember, didn't Rogue go over to Magneto for a while?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. So part of that from that, like in one of the later issues, they had like a more serious relationship.
I gotcha.
But then, even if you've watched in this one, she's like that was then type shit.
Yeah.
Like this is now, but they still have a connection. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then I just saw like kind of the backstory of how they met, and you know, and you're right, there was a lot to take in with this one episode. I mean, you get to see, you know, fucking Cable, I was like, oh, you know,
well, we knew he was coming back because the first couple episodes, like he already went to. Bishop took him back to.
Yeah, and it was just really cool to see him. And again, just when I walked out of my room after watching this episode, my sister was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Nothing. You know, went in the rest.
Is she watching it?
I've been trying to get her to watch it. She's been really obsessed with that show 911 lately. I mean, you know.
Okay, so we don't got to get into detail. I was just wondering if she was watching it or not.
No, I'm going to force her to watch it, even if she doesn't like it. I don't care.
This one, I think this is something for everybody. Like, no matter that's the thing about X-Men that especially this go around, I've noticed there's something for everybody in it. And I'm not gonna lie, like looking, I get it. Like they're slightly newer characters compared to like Iron Man, Superman, and all those guys. Not Superman. I meant Captain America and all them. But I like if you look at a picture, like the drawings and the art of these characters.
Yeah.
Not just in the cartoon, but just in general. Because I've been looking for a shirt. I have an X-Men shirt somewhere, but it's old and like it doesn't look good anymore. But anyway, the art they just look like cooler characters compared to like the regular old fucking the old shit.
Yeah, no. And I actually saw they actually have, and I'm probably gonna end up buying them. They've got a newer Mattel action figure set for X-Men '97.
I'm not buying no fucking action figures.
I mean, come on, man. You don't want an action figure?
No. Where are you going to put it?
In the house.
Okay.
You know. Houses are cool.
Yeah. Hopefully you find a girl that appreciates action figures around the house.
I'm going to be alone forever. But it's all right. It's fine. It's not a problem. I really liked the episode where Jubilee was in the video game. And everything was.
I didn't like that episode.
You didn't like that? I thought it was. I don't know. As a fellow, I guess gamer, I thought it was really cool.
First of all, I thought it was. It may come back around later, but I thought it was a pointless.
Thought it was a little filler.
Yeah, they wanted to add that one guy in I forgot his name, the producer guy.
Yeah, they
wanted to add him back in there, so they're slowly introducing all the characters back, like villains and stuff back in. So I get it, but I just didn't. I thought that one was a weak one.
Okay.
That was the weakest of all 5 so far.
Okay, all right, I got you. And so, folks, X-Men '97. If you have not checked it out, please do yourself a favor. If you like cartoons, if you like Marvel, anything of that nature, please highly recommended by both of us. I want to talk about Fallout. And I know that you've already finished the series, but I am pretty much obsessed with it. I'm pretty hooked on it. Yeah, like the first 3 episodes I watched, and I've never been a big Fallout guy. I've played the games.
Well, first, what up, Epic? What up, Londa? I just wanted to say what up.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I've never played the game, so I was struggling to try to figure out, like, because like when the Last of Us came out, I had already played that game.
I got you.
So like it gave it a little extra something for me, and I hate trying to compare like mediums, but like I still found myself doing it. But The Last of Us did a good job of it.
Of course.
I couldn't tell you whether or not they did a good adaptation of Fallout because I never played Fallout.
I got you.
I think it's an interesting story. How they put it together. And of course, I went back and went on Wikipedia and read the background story I was like, oh, okay, so this is where the similarities come to. Now, what I'm thinking is this is a story of someone from a different vault
I got you.
than the original.
Mhm.
So this is just her story, or a few other people's story, just compared to from the original. It's not the exact original story like The Last of Us.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
No.
pretty much the same story.
It's put I guess kind of paraphrased within that universe. But I think Walter Goggins is insanely talented as the Ghoul. And just
he's good in everything that he does.
yeah, no, he's got a lot of range, man. I don't think I've ever watched anything.
I wouldn't say a lot of range. He always has that country ass accent.
Yeah, he does play a lot of those characters. But and I think it's Anna Purnell, is that correct? Who plays Lucy McLean?
Yeah,
I believe so. And I just like her quirkiness and her just walking it up to danger and just be like, "Hi, how are you?"
yeah.
And I just think it's really good. And I'm going to tell you again, I've played the games a little bit.
Mhm.
So even for me, I'm trying to make sure that I'm wrapping my head around all the, like with the bottle caps as currency, and it's just the little things. And I just think it's
Well, is
so
that
far
part?
from
Is
what
that part of the game?
oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
figured. I mean, they're not just gonna like do random. Yeah, they're gonna keep. I think they're keeping it. I don't know, Londa, you play Fallout. Where do I find this Fallout show? It's on Amazon.
Amazon Prime, yeah.
I thought he was a Fallout guy.
Oh man, dude, Fallout is. I'm really liking it.
Yeah, Epic. I thought you were a Fallout guy.
He's a big Skyrim guy and a Fallout guy too.
Yeah, I thought he was. I figured that. I don't know about Skyrim, but anyway, they can't. They better not.
What, do like an Elder Scrolls or something like that?
We don't need to see that.
No, that would be way too difficult to do. in
We've
my
got
opinion.
enough Harry Potter bullshit. We got enough fucking.
I like Harry Potter.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Nah.
We got enough fucking Game of Thrones type shit. We don't need Skyrim.
I don't even know
I'm
how
good on live action Skyrim, bro.
I don't know how they would do it, to be honest with you, because
They
it's just such a,
like the other ones, like the ones we just mentioned.
that game is so massive and there's so much dialogue. I don't know.
It doesn't, bro. Adaptations don't have to be massive like the games.
Yeah, that's true.
You said you were sipping on that shit. You're drinking that.
Well, the ice melted, so it's like water now.
That's not how the ice works, bro.
Oh,
This is look. The Mad Scientist Lab is called that for a slightly bit of a reason.
because we're mad, baby.
If you never did that experiment in school where you put ice and fill the water up to the brim, and then the ice comes, but it stays at the same level.
Probably the one I remember most of is using different liquids in there, like layering.
That's
on
not
top
the
of-
same thing.
I know, but
I'm talking about volume compared to you're talking about viscosity.
Okay. But oh shit. No, but whatchamacallit? Yeah, I guess so. It's crazy because I know we didn't do a show for about a week. We had that double header about 2 weeks ago, so it's just nice to be back down here in the lab with Jared Leigh.
Yeah, hold on, Londa, got you. Thank you for keeping me updated on those. We're trying to. I don't want to have to rush this, but when Sadiq's fight comes on, he's the first card on the second, or the first fight on the second card. So you might have to keep me up to date because my phone is being used up there right now, so I can't. And RJ doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. That's why that's why this works so well, folks. And so yeah, if just like Londa was saying, if you guys don't even know what Fallout is, I think you would kind of. It's a little out there. It's very graphic too, dude. Like I mean,
what, Fallout? Oh yeah,
yeah.
It should be. I think they need to stop making all these shows. They should just make them how the artists feel they should be out. Like if they feel that it should be gory, then it should be gory.
Yeah.
Like I can tell you right now, Deadpool would not have worked. The first Deadpool would not have worked if it was not rated R. I don't think it would have done as well as it did if it was like PG-13.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Same thing with Fallout. Yeah, it's very gory.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god! Like in the first like 20 minutes, I was like, what the fuck, you know? And it kept going. I was like, oh my god!
What episode did you get to?
I'm through the third one, so I will be starting the fourth one later this evening.
So you're on episode 4.
There's 8 episodes total.
Yeah.
And you know what? I didn't realize they were releasing the entire series at that one time.
I thought Amazon does that for everything.
I don't.
They said fuck that bullshit. Plus, Amazon got enough money; they don't give a fuck. They don't do that bullshit that some of these other people have started doing.
Oh, you're just like once a week, and I mean, I'm not mad at it because I'm pretty. I don't want to say overly obsessed with it, but I'm really into it. So I can't wait to finish watching it.
And we've had this discussion before about what do we like more over the other.
Yeah,
I think my opinion has changed from before. Like I did like it trickling. I think it depends on what it is.
of course.
I liked it trickled out, but I still like the original Netflix philosophy. Just dump everything out. Which I think they actually are still doing. I think Disney Plus and like HBO and all them, they're the ones doing the week by week thing.
Yeah.
But I think I like the full dump because
The full dump, baby.
that might be actually a better title. I like that because there's so much content out there now. I can just get through one so I can move on to the next one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of if it wasn't a lot of shit to watch, then fine. I trickle it out. I'm cool with that. But no, I'm trying to get to the next thing so I can because I want to make sure I get all this in. You know what I'm saying?
All right, and then last but not least with the big three that we were discussing, and you're going to be a little disappointed with me. I did not get to the episode in Shogun that
How dare you? That's the one thing I told you to watch.
Dude, I had to make a decision. I honestly thought, oh, hold on, hear me out.
You made the wrong decision.
Well, clearly now that you're telling me, yes. But regardless.
Now the effectiveness of watching two shows that were fucking emotionally wrecking is gone. That's why I said watch both. You know what? I'm not gonna get into it. I'm growing. I'm getting older.
We're growing. But I wanted you to, without spoiling anything, just kind of elaborate.
I can't really elaborate because it's gonna spoil the entire episode.
Okay, and then I apologize. I was like, this.
What do you mean this?
Dude, you got to understand.
What did we discuss? On Thursday when I saw you, what did we discuss? You were like, oh, I don't have enough time to watch. I was like, okay, so you were on whatever episode of what
X-Men and then Shogun.
Yeah, so X-Men was you were already caught up on X-Men.
No, I watched it Thursday night when I got home after.
No. You're not hearing what I'm saying.
Okay.
You were for that week. You had been caught up. You were up to 4, so there was 5. Those are 30-minute episodes.
Yeah.
And in Shogun, you were behind by 2 episodes. So we had discussed it's an hour, or like basically 2 hours and a half. So for you to watch Shogun episode 4 and then, what is it? 6 and 7. Because this week was 7.
Okay.
And then X-Men. So I don't know what decisions you had to make.
Because then when we were done talking about that, I was like, but what about Fallout? And I thought
you're not going to get through the entire season.
Well, I didn't know that
we didn't even discuss Fallout.
I mean, a minute ago we did. But no, we did at the bar. At the bar. I swear to God.
No, I said I had watched it, but never mind. You know what? Never mind. Because my point was I wanted you to watch those because I wanted you to understand where I was coming from as far as the emotional part of it.
I understand that, dude.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You know what? Fuck you, RJ. Shut up.
Oh, my God. Get out of here, dude.
Happy birthday, Ghost Ships.
Hey, it's hammer time, baby. At least that'll follow me to the grave.
Oh, and me. No, I'm not relaxed.
Oh, my goodness. I will get it caught up. I'll even make my own episode.
Anybody watching Shogun in here besides me? Like, I know you got to read subtitles and shit, but
subtitles are not too bad.
Not on that show, no, because it goes between Japanese and English quite a bit.
Now, let me ask you this: do you like closed caption?
No,
not at all.
We talked about this before. I don't like closed caption because it takes away from the imagery of like the actual.
Well, because I know you're big on the production, the cinematography and the production and everything. Something else happened this week, and I know we can elaborate on it a little bit without getting too deep into it. OJ Simpson died, and there's a lot of controversy, obviously, surrounding that gentleman and the things that transpired, almost 30 years ago. Yeah,
somebody said some shit to me. We were just discussing that. Actually, this was Thursdays. We were discussing that whole thing, and I was just being. I don't know. I don't like to think the way people tell you you're supposed to think.
Yeah.
I like to think my own thoughts and then figure shit out from there.
Yeah, form your own opinion.
Yeah,
of course.
I just, and it's not so much just an opinion, and like a lot of times it's just me fucking spitballing. But we were talking about it, and somebody said to me, "Oh, you just think that way because you're black," and I'm like, "The fuck? Who the fuck are you to tell me what I'm thinking because of whatever, and why bring race into it?" And then they were like, "Oh no, it was a joke." No, it wasn't. I saw it in your face. I know the difference between a fucking joke and a fucking you're being serious, and then you realize that it was not a joke, and then you're like, "Oh no, it was a joke." He. Now fuck you. That shit wasn't a joke, and it wasn't funny. So fuck off.
Yeah.
But there was a couple of things like going back and forth. But my thing, I was thinking about this today, and I was gonna do. There's this thing going on TikTok where like say the weird thing. Because other people want to hear it or some shit. And I was going to do it, like, I would stitch it in. I was like, what if OJ walked in on Ron Goldman killing his wife? So, in a rage, he killed Ron Goldman. And then that's why he had to clean everything up, because they knew they were going to think it was him.
Man, there are so many layers to that story, and we're never going to know. You know
what? You're killing me today.
What?
All right, go ahead. Nothing. Go ahead.
No, dude. No.
Keep going.
I agree, and then I'm listening to you. I'm hearing you. You're giving your idea and your thought process on this. But I think that's a very viable way to think about it.
Anybody else consider something this up? But whatever. Go ahead.
No, but I remember watching, because I was very young when this occurred. I was probably like 5. Okay, so the whole famous Bronco chase down the highway and all that stuff. So years ago, I got really into the FX series, The People vs. OJ Simpson. I know it's just, with Cuba Gooding Jr. And everybody, and getting to see in so many, paraphrasing it, seeing it kind of unfold as an adult, it's like, oh man, it's like, this is how this happened, and then it's like, oh, I can see why people think this, but I can see why people think that. So what you're saying, I think, is a very possible. It's very possible that happened. It's very possible. But at the end of the day, a lot of people are, like you were saying, you were talking to somebody the other night. They aren't going by the decision made by the jury. They're going based upon their personal biasness and or whatever. It's like, oh, he did it. And it's like, well, he wasn't found guilty in the court of law.
Well, and that was part of my argument. I was like, in this country, you're innocent until proven guilty. He wasn't proven guilty. So why are we? And then we got into the Michael Jackson thing. And my argument was, none of the people who were said to have been whatever said that he did anything to them.
Exactly.
So everybody's like, "Oh no, he still did it." Like, what makes you say that? There's been no definitive proof saying one way or the other. So all you're doing is going off what pretty much the court of public opinion is saying.
Of course,
you don't know what the fuck really happened,
and we'll never know.
Exactly. So, and again, and that's where the whole thing. Oh, you're just saying that because you're black. Like, no, I'm not saying that because of that. I'm saying that because these are the facts. These kids said, or now adults said, no, we never had any fucking issues. But everybody else says, oh, it was because let's tear down the biggest pop star of all time.
Yeah, and it's hard because I'm a big Michael Jackson fan.
Well, everybody is.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're not, then you're just something. You just don't know good music. You don't know art. Like, and good, fine. You want to separate the art from the person? That's cool. You can do that. But again, don't make that your fucking basis of your opinion on someone just because that's what you think it happened.
Yeah, and it's hard too, man. Because we're all influenced by each other, especially your opinion.
I get it. We are influenced by each other, but again, This is where people, I don't feel like they come up with their own opinions. They don't look at the evidence and the facts they just decide this is what it is just because, I don't know. I don't know.
No, but you're right. People don't know how to form their own opinion. They want to be the sheep, you know.
No, they don't want to be. They just are.
Oh, okay.
There's no. I don't think anybody wants to be a sheep. They accept the fact that they already are.
All right.
Like, I don't think I'm a sheep. I don't think I'm a wolf. I'd probably consider myself to be more of a, not to sound like fucking grandiose, maybe more of a shepherd. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the fucking wolves away from the sheep.
Jared Shepherd. That's your name.
No, that's not my fucking name. Yeah, like, because I fuck with wolves. I love wolves. And I love sheep, you know what I'm saying? But I love them for different reasons. But I know that if the wolves get anywhere near the sheep, they're going to fuck the sheep up.
Yeah.
So actually, that is, now that I think about it, that is a thing in the whole like military area, like training and all that stuff. What do they call it? Sheepdogs or some shit.
That actually, now obviously I'm not military by any means, but that sounds correct.
Yeah,
for some reason,
something like that. Shepherd dog or whatever. It's something like that. But anyway, basically, what I'm saying is like they protect the sheep.
Yeah, and
from the wolves. That's all that is, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and so the bottom line is that, you know, we're never going to know, especially about the OJ Simpson thing, and even we briefly talking about Michael Jackson. You know, those are things that people are going to just wonder for the rest of their lives. It's like a theater of the mind kind of thing. But one of the reasons I brought it up is just because, you know, dude, the internet is a very ruthless place, and there are just, man, there's a lot of nastiness, and maybe it is warranted. I do not know. I was too young to care, I guess, at the time. Now I'm old enough.
No, I think now you're talking about, this is where this came up from, but keep going.
Yeah, so it's just, it can be hard to I don't want to say decipher. That is not the word I'm looking for. We just don't want to see the ugly side of people. I'm tired of seeing the ugly side of everybody, dude. Like, honest to God.
Well, if you're on the internet, that's all you're going to see.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
Relax.
Okay, so
keep going on your thing. Don't.
But, so if you guys out there, you know, whoever's listening, whoever's watching, you know, if you're old enough to remember when, especially the OJ Simpson thing happened, and watched it transpire live on television, you know, it changed the way the media covered things. I mean, it was a groundbreaking thing. I don't want to say it's groundbreaking in a positive way. I mean, somebody died.
You said that. Go back to what you were saying.
It's just it comes to the ugly side of people, because you get online, and obviously it's the internet, but man, it's just super nasty. People are like, yeah, burning fucking hell. And,
well, this is what I was getting. This is part of what I was getting at when it comes to what you're saying, as far as like people just talking shit on the internet, and like then you have. Well, no, I know you weren't born yet, Londa, but I was. I watched the court cases. It was on TV every fucking day. But anyway, so then this happens, and then like, so you see people tweeting, and you're talking about people being online and just saying fucking crazy shit.
Yeah.
So then this pops up on Twitter. Caitlyn Jenner says, "Good riddance." Hashtag OJ Simpson. Okay. Now let's get into this shit.
All right.
First of all, you bitch.
You bitch.
You man bitch.
You's a man bitch.
You got away with killing somebody also. Second of all, you used to hang out with this dude. Third of all, one of your daughters might be one of his.
Isn't that wild, dude? Dude, there's so many layers.
And now you're a fucking woman. Get the fuck out of here with your fuck. Get the fuck out. This is the type of shit you like. Everybody's like, why do you think you could just say that some shit on just because it's the internet and you think you got some kind of platform? Bitch, go back to throwing some fucking javelins, and then you because you're next, motherfucker.
Yeah, you hear that? Let them cook. No, but then honestly,
And I'm done fucking call that motherfucker a woman, because that ain't no fucking woman.
No, that's a man.
When you say shit like that, bro, when you calling somebody out of their fucking names and shit, just because, I don't know, whatever, you feel some type of way about them, like, have respect for people when they pass.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how bad. I mean, if they're really, really bad fucking people, they done some fucked up shit, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, OJ probably did do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. Whatever. But to get online, knowing you have a platform, knowing you have a past yourself, who the fuck are you to get on here and say some wild shit?
Yeah. No, I 100% agree with that, dude.
And that's what is starting to, when you were talking about people being online and saying just nasty shit. It's starting to make me think people who say nasty shit are just people trying to get not so much the attention off of them, but say, hey, I'm a nasty person, so I'm going to make sure that everybody knows that you're a nasty person.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's like trying to spread their own bad energy over to somebody else.
Yeah, and the energy thing is something that I learned a lot about in the last week.
No, it's Bruce. I'm done with that shit, bro.
Yeah. The guy's name is Bruce. That guy's name is Bruce. We don't care what people do, but this Jared's got a very valid point with this. You got to remember, this guy used to hang out with him. And you got to also remember, before this gigantic
There's
scandal
pictures. I'll find you a picture with him and Nicole and fucking Kris Jenner.
You got to remember, before this gigantic scandal occurred, OJ Simpson was a well-renowned NFL star.
NFL, he was a movie star.
The Naked Gun is probably one of our favorite movies. I love the opening scene where he's just hand on the stove, runs through the door, So, these things completely shape the rest of his life. And if it's his doing, obviously, whatever. But it just shows the power that that the media has, the people have, and everybody's just dogging this guy. And to your credit, Jared, somebody passed away. Whether he did it or not, we'll never know. But you can't go out and be like, you know what? I'm glad that guy's dead. Why didn't you say that to him when he was fucking here?
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty. I think that's why I'm the most upset about it, is because you didn't have the balls to say nothing while he was here about it. Maybe they did, I don't know. But even if you did, you still didn't say it online for the world to see. Like, the fuck, I don't even know if it got deleted, because that was a few hours after I saw that it had happened. I was like, fuck you. You killed somebody and paid the family off because you were drunk.
Yeah.
And fucking driving too fucking fast. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. It's
Yeah.
like the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
I don't know. That bitch gets no respect from me.
And so
I keep calling her a bitch because she ain't a fucking bitch. She's a fucking.
So there's a lot to consume. But whatever your guys' opinions are, please always let us know. We would love to hear what you guys have to think, what to say, especially
They've been letting us know, because I've been putting a couple of shorts out, and they let us know.
Oh, they'll let us know.
I don't read the comments because fuck that.
Yeah, and do you know what it is too, man? You were talking about energy, dude. People will try to take all their negativity. Like, I learned.
Well, that's exactly what I was saying. Like, yeah.
They'll take their anger, whatever's pissing them off in life, and they find a reason to project it onto something. They're like, oh, you know what? Fuck you. No,
well, that's exactly what I was just saying.
Yeah, exactly.
I literally said that.
I know, but I'm agreeing with you. Is what I'm getting at. And whatnot. So, guys, please just let us know. Like, did he do it? Did he not? Did he? We're not gonna.
That one's a different story too. Yeah. Like, again,
and
I don't know if he did. I don't know if he didn't.
Well, and just to go a little further before we, I guess, move on with the next topic. My mom was watching something.
I called that one. I knew it was Andrade, but yep.
My mom was watching this movie last night called Scoop. It's basically about Jeffrey Epstein and. Hold on, and I'm not going to talk about it very long at all. The only reason I brought it up is it brought up, what is it, Prince, or the older gentleman for the, I don't know if it's not Harry, it's the elderly guy. I can't think of his name right now. But how he went
William, I think.
Yeah, went to the Epstein Island.
Wait, he's the king now.
No. This guy is old as shit. Like this guy's like in his like 70s or 80s.
Oh, I know you're talking. He's the one they kicked him out of the
royal family.
Yeah.
So, but my mom was watching this, and I was actually the only reason I think my mom was watching it is because my mom's like a big fan of the royal family.
Which I don't understand why Americans are so fucking pressed. It was usually.
It's okay, brother. Don't worry. I live here, so I get it.
It's usually white American women that are fucking pressed about the fucking royal family. I could give a fuck less.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's funny. Oh my God, everything. Okay, so I watched this one guy on Twitch. He plays. I'm not gonna name him, but he plays a character that I like to watch all the time on GTA Roleplay. But he's British, and he was saying something about isn't America known for like incest or whatever? And I'm like, hold up, bruh. Y'all motherfuckers over there.
Yeah.
Their entire people who are like the flag, the figureheads of your country are all fucking inbreds. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, yeah, there's parts of the country who do that, but it ain't near as much as y'all been doing it for fucking centuries.
That's centuries is a long time, folks.
Yeah,
if you don't know what that is. No, but it's funny you do say that because my mom's got like the books. And any special that comes on, any special, she's got to sit down and watch it. So I know my mom only watched it because of that, but I got home at the kind of the tail end of it, maybe the last 30, 40 minutes of it, and I'm watching it, and it's just a movie. But I guess what I'm getting at is that, you get to the whole scandal of Jeffrey Epstein, which is, massive. You're talking about a guy who did horrible, horrible things. And then, he just hangs himself. He's got 24-hour surveillance, and then the cameras don't work. No, that man was killed by somebody, the government. I don't know.
I wouldn't say the government. It was somebody. It was somebody who didn't want him to talk.
Which is completely fine. I mean, well,
it could have been anybody on that list. It could have been because the Clintons have been accused of that before.
And it's crazy. And my mom never. My mom's old-fashioned, the whole conspiracy thing, not even that this is it is to a degree, but the fact my mom was watching, she was like, wow, this must really be a thing. And I was like, I don't think anybody just randomly made this up. Like, it's not like when you talk about flat earth or who shot JFK. I mean, there is a huge trail of, I guess, quote unquote, evidence about this island, the people that visit it, the activities that go on there. And everybody just kind of stopped talking about it, and it's really fucking weird. And I don't like that at all.
No, they didn't stop talking about it. It's just one of those things where, I mean, the guy's gone, so nobody's going back and forth to the island anymore. So, like, what is there to talk about at this point?
I guess, man. But when you look at the the list, you got.
And nothing came about that. Everybody was like, who's on the list? Like, okay, a bunch of people went there. You didn't prove anything.
Yeah, again, and we'll never know, obviously. And so, again, it's just that theater of the mind thing. But I think that shit, out of everything we talked about on the show.
And then the chick is in jail. So, like, what is there to talk about?
It's just crazy to me, man. Like, we think we know, but we don't know. And
we don't know shit. We don't know who did what. We don't know if the government just set these could be the fall guys.
Exactly.
You don't know. I watch enough, bro. I watch my favorite genre. Your genre. You like those girly genres, the fucking true crime stuff and shit, stuff like that. I'm into fucking espionage and spy shit. So like, and CIA shit. So like all that shit. Like, trust me, as much as I've seen and documentaries of any of that shit and shit that had been proven that was conspiracy theories back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't put nothing past these motherfuckers, bro.
Well, put it this way: if you can find me a documentary or just something like espionage wise, send it to me and I'll watch it because I want to see it from
I give you one that's kind of based in actual history,
which is even better, to be honest with you.
The Matt Damon one. I think I told you about it before.
Is it?
The Good something.
No, I
The Good Shepherd. It's called The Good Shepherd.
You know what's crazy? I feel like I have seen that. But
I don't think you have. You've heard of it. I don't think you saw it. And if you haven't, it's been a long time and you probably forgot it. But anyway, it's based on how the CIA was formed and it talks about the Bay of Pigs.
Yeah.
which was during the Cuban Missile Crisis and all that stuff.
Let me ask you, is Alec Baldwin in that movie?
Yes, he plays an FBI agent.
Okay, so I did see it, but yes, it's been a long time since I have seen it.
It's a good movie to watch. And that's kind of the roots and the beginnings of how the CIA was formed. And they even go into the KGB and how they try to that's like the early stages of it. Who knows what's happened between then and now and all the shit that goes on. I think there should be more documentaries, but I don't think they want. Again, CIA is very secretive. There's a couple other ones. There's one with I can't remember it, but it was him. He was going through training. Might have been Colin Farrell that was in that. But the guy was going through training, and they were up in Langley, and they were up all in D.C. and all that stuff. Anyway, there's a bunch of those type of movies.
There was a movie that came out. Oh man, what is it? God, who was in it? It was Russell Crowe. God, I think it's called State of Play. Don't
know that one, but I will give you this. There's a new Russell Crowe movie out right now that I watched. I don't know if it's in the theaters or where but it was on my place where I get things. It's called Sleeping Dogs, and I thought it was pretty good. It's basically about a cop he's a former detective he's getting dementia.
Okay.
And he's going through this, he's done being a cop, but he's going through it's kind of like, what do they call it? Trial surgery. It's like a scientific trial thing to kind of help him get his memory back. He's not, he kind of remembers some stuff, but he doesn't remember a lot of stuff. So, the movie basically opens up with him just being done with surgery and trying to navigate his way through life. But then he gets pulled into this old case of his that he's got to figure out. And I'm not going to say any details on how he has to figure it out, but he has to figure out how and what happened with that case.
All right.
So I thought it was pretty good. It's a good one. Sleeping Dogs, if anybody wants to see it.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good movie. Russell Crowe's the guy from Sons of Anarchy, I can't remember his name, the Irish guy.
I know exactly who he is. I don't know his name, dude.
Yeah, I know his name, but I can't remember his name. But anyway, he's in it, and he plays. He's always been a good actor. But so that's a good movie. Then I watched a movie today with Samuel L. Jackson. Called Damaged.
Did he say motherfucker in the movie?
No.
Damn it.
I think he's kind of over that.
I know it's kind of a shtick, but
yeah, it's kind of annoying at this point, even for people who are just fans. So he's in it. He's kind of similar to that. He's also a detective, but he's a forensics or like a homicide detective.
Okay.
But he has to go overseas to help this other agency figure out, because he's so good at he already knows this other case and it seems related to this case. So he goes over there, and then there's this whole scenario. That's pretty good. That's called Damaged.
Is that on Netflix?
I don't know where it is.
All right. I know where you got it.
Yeah.
I know where you got it.
Let's see what else. Since we're in the entertainment beaker, those are all the movies that I watched, I believe. Watched Invincible. That's a animation from Amazon called Invincible. It's kind of like The Boys, which you still haven't seen. But it's the cartoon version, and it's not exactly like The Boys. It's different. It's more of a parody on like what the actual stuff like DC and Marvel.
Okay, I got it.
But it's gory, and like people get their heads squished and fucking blood. And
who doesn't like a good head squishing?
It's kind of comedic at the same time. But there's 2 seasons of it. And actually, I was gonna post on Facebook. You wouldn't know the difference, but the father from Invincible, I was gonna be like, who? I forgot his name now. Optimum. I Omni-Man. That's what his name. So like, who's worse, Omni-Man or Homelander? And I wanted to see who would. I would still probably put it up, but anyway, yeah, that's a good little watch if anybody wants to watch that. That's on Amazon. Invincible.
There's something that
Shogun episode 7 was good this week. You fucked up and watch it.
Don't worry, I will. And
it's gonna be pointless by the time.
It won't be, because I'm gonna do you a solid, Jared.
No, because you didn't get the hurt that I got this week. That's why I'm pissed.
Well, we can hug it out when.
And to be honest, I don't even think you're even that hurt about episode 5 X-Men. See, that's how I know you're not a real fucking fan,
dude. I cried at the end of that episode. Okay,
no, you didn't.
Yes, I did. You don't know me. I used to watch that shit with my father. And if you don't think I didn't shed a man tear,
there you go. I knew you were gonna have to. There you go.
Yeah. So I was just as upset as you were, if not more.
I don't know about more. I'm trying to say it without saying it, but yeah. Up there, probably before Wolverine.
So, yeah, no, so,
no, not for you.
But well, here, since we're talking about,
no, we can't talk about it.
We will. I know what I'm gonna do for next.
We can't talk
show.
about it because people haven't seen it.
Yeah, I know, but I know what I'm gonna do for next week. Now, just bringing that idea up. I know you didn't want to talk too much about this, but I guess it was cool, and I actually thought about you the entire time. Is we had the solar eclipse, this past week, and I know it's goes by. It's a couple minutes of time. It's kind of crazy how fanned out people get by this thing, though.
It's again. See, this is why. You know how I feel about like when everybody's on something.
Yeah,
I'm off of it.
Of course.
And this was one of those where everybody was on it. Like, it would have been cool if I was in Texas, like, because I'm like a month too late by the time I get there this time. But when it would have been cool if I was already there because they got the full joint.
Yeah.
But I've seen eclipses before. I actually remember seeing one as a kid, a total eclipse. I remember it getting dark.
Yeah, no, I remember that as well. I have seen one. No. I have definitely seen an eclipse in my lifetime.
You've seen an eclipse, but you didn't see the one I'm talking about. This was the 80s. You weren't even alive yet.
88, baby.
Yeah, you weren't. Well, you might have been alive, but you wouldn't have remembered it.
Of course.
But there was one we were outside playing. I remember we were playing whatever. It was after school, and the shit happened, and it got dark for about 5-10 minutes, and then the sun came back out. And like at the time, I didn't know any better. I was like, "Oh, what's that?" But then I knew as I got older, I was like, "Oh, that was a fucking solar eclipse."
Yeah.
And I've seen other ones. Like there was one in 2017 when I was working at Howard. I was in my office and I fucking poked a hole in the cup and put it on a piece of paper, and I took a picture of the fucking, because that was only a partial. That was like a 67%. This one was 87%. But also you can see it through the tree. You don't even need that. You can see the shadow through the trees, because the little holes from the leaves will shine the little crescents onto the ground.
It's pretty nifty, dude. Honestly.
Yeah, all right. I've seen enough. I don't need all of them.
Well, just because I know you're such a big space guy, I was obviously out of town, and it was pretty big in Philadelphia too. Because I didn't go outside. I didn't have the proper, I guess, eyeglasses for it or anything of that nature.
Other ways you could have done it, but
I was kind of preoccupied by the incredible trip that I had.
Might as well get into it because I got some other shit I want to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. So, first, and I will try not to
bore the fuck out of everybody.
No, absolutely not, dude. Jared, I swear you would have loved it. So, I want to first and foremost give a big shout out to my buddy Sean, who
doesn't watch the show,
who took me to the city of brotherly love for about a 5-day wrestling extravaganza known as Wrestlemania.
It was their honeymoon, guys.
It was the coolest shit I have ever done in my life. I am not going to lie to you. And before I even go any further, I've got 3 big shout outs to give. First and foremost, our buddy Alex. So, hey, if we ever go to the Sheraton Hotel in Philadelphia,
he's not going to see this either.
That's cool, brother. I'm still giving him a big shout out because he took good care of me and Sean. I want to give a big shout out to our buddy Eric because, believe it or not, dude, I actually sat down with a psychologist for an hour and a half while Sean was doing some activities.
First of all, that is not your fucking therapist, but go ahead.
No, he was the nicest guy in the world, and he picked my brain and I picked his. It was really, really excellent conversation. And then my final
who will also never see this episode.
It's okay. Well, this young lady might know. Shout out to Keely because my phone was dying. All right. And you know how my mom is. And we're traveling around all over the place. And we basically end up at Xfinity Live, which is a gigantic restaurant bar right next to the Link and the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. And that lovely young lady was kind enough to charge my phone for me so my mother didn't think I was dead. And so she gets a super big shout out. Also gave me a beer. Very, very nice young lady.
Did you tell her about all your figurines, too, while you were checking in with your mommy?
So you would have loved this young lady because she is a big Star Wars fan. All right? And
it'd be cooler if she was a Star Trek fan.
Well, we only had so much time to speak to her because we were on the way to a venue for a show.
I get it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But big shout out to her just for helping me out and being such a sweetheart
all right,
in the
get
process.
to the shits. These people are never watching this.
It's okay. So I'm going to tell you in so many words that I got to live my childhood dream. It was absolutely incredible. I've met almost everybody you could possibly think of under the sun. I mean, there's several people, obviously, I did not meet. I got to meet Ric Flair, Booker T. I met Hulk Hogan, dude. Holy shit. That was nuts. I mean, talk about a presence.
I asked you all already. Did he say the N-word?
No. And I knew everybody was going to I knew that was going to come up. But I will say I grew up watching this guy as a fan of wrestling. Whatever he does in his personal life is, that's on him.
Well, that wasn't personal. That was recorded.
Dude, it was recorded. Well, yeah, it was. Yeah,
without his knowledge, but still, it was recorded.
But what I want to say is, and I got to meet the guy that I really got into wrestling for.
Chill the fuck out.
Hold on, relax, brother. Hold on. It's only a tad.
Kessler's, please fucking sponsor us. God damn.
Yeah,
this motherfucker drinks fucking a half a gallon on every show.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You drink more than I have.
I don't know. Your glass is bigger. Volume.
Yeah, but I got 150 milliliters. I started with, including the Coke, I started with 250.
So, yeah, I'm glad we have those things.
Well, you don't use them. I'm the only one that's actually part of the mad scientist lab. But I don't know what the fuck that skull is. I guess the skull could be a part of a mad scientist type thing.
Yeah, it's like a tiki torch or something like that.
Oh, whoa. Hey, you know what his people like tiki torches.
No, those are pitchforks and torches.
No, those were tiki torches.
Are they tiki torches? Holy fuck, dude. I had no idea. Anyway.
The Charlottesville thing?
Oh, they were tiki torches. Hey, first of all.
Oh, my God.
Hold on. So, first of all, I am not a racist.
No, but if you got to say it, then I don't know, bro.
Oh, thank you.
No.
Anyway. It's all right. No, but I got to meet Sting, Booker T, the Boogeyman, Kurt Angle, Scott Steiner. I met the Hardy Boys, Trish and Lita. I've got pictures of all this. I'm sure everybody saw it.
Yeah, everybody saw it already.
And I want to tell you the most random thing I saw in the entire time I was there was we went to Wale Mania. Wale is a local DC artist who's a big wrestling fan. So for the last, I think, 2 or 3 years, he hosts this event. And we were at the Franklin Music Hall in the middle of Philadelphia, which looks like a giant warehouse filled with wrestling fans. And Hornswoggle, who is a short person, basically came out rapping Nelly's Country Grammar. And when I want to tell you that is one of the most random things I've ever seen, and how the building was moving when they were all chanting ECW and holy shit at the same time, it was fucking incredible, dude. Everybody we met was nice. I cannot begin to tell you how fucking cool this was, dude. And I'm going to let you know you're coming with us next year because you would have a fucking blast, dude.
We'll see.
I'm
not into it like that.
Dude, you know what's crazy?
The only way, if it's in Vegas, that would be the only reason I would go. But I'm not going to, I'm as you guys say, which Anyway, as you guys would say, a mark out. I'm not gonna do all that.
Oh, dude, I was marking the fuck out, bro.
It just doesn't do anything for me. Like,
And I understand that, man. I do.
like even UFC. Like, I still watch it. Even when I was doing it, like I wasn't even that hardcore into it. Like y'all are into that.
Yeah.
And
No.
it's just something I don't understand. Like, yeah, I like to watch it as a kid, but it's not something like I give a fuck about. Like those people, again, I am under the mindset that these people are human beings. They're not any different than I am, and I don't need to feel like I need to worship anybody just because I've seen them on TV. Like they're.
No, and that's understandable, dude. I get it. I do. And I'll tell you, dude, my fandom has as much of a fan as I am. I will tell you definitively right now, after going to that event, I am not a fan. I met fans. I met people from Australia, Scotland.
Oh, I know. There's people who are way worse.
I met people that were. I met a lot of guys dressed as the Macho Man. Ooh yeah.
That's like cosplay.
And people walking around with these big giant belts. And it was just such an incredible experience. Something I've dreamed of doing as a kid. And the main event was incredible. The whole week was awesome. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about that trip other than the train ride from hell on the way back, because it took us like 7 hours to get home. It was ridiculous. And then
train.
And so I just want to give a big shout out to Sean. Thank you so much, brother. And before I finish this off, I would like to show everybody that's going to be sitting here, on our table, and I'm probably going to have to make some level of space for it. But Funko Pops.
Some level. I ain't going to fit it. It's not going to look good on screen, but go ahead.
Well, I'll do it for now, and we can adjust it later.
Yep. It can go over there for now.
I'm not a big collector. The only thing I've ever collected in my life is Pokemon cards. Video games is one thing, and my Dragon Ball Z collection. So I get to the store, the WWE shop, and I walk in, and I see the Undertaker's Hall of Fame Funko Pop. I'm like, oh man, I gotta have that. And they had Kane, Hall of Fame. I was like, oh, Brothers of Destruction, no problem. I even bought this nice Stone Cold sweater. This is all I bought for myself. Okay, that was it. And this cost me like $150 too. Not the shirt, but everything. And Sean was kind enough to use his personal meet and greet with The Undertaker to have him sign my Hall of Fame Funko Pop. So I want to take a moment and show it to everybody. I know we can't really overly get it on camera. I don't know if that really looks good, but that is a Hall of Fame edition Funko Pop of The Undertaker, which is apparently very rare, this one in my hand, and it is personally signed by the dead man himself. So this is by far the coolest piece of memorabilia or collecting item I don't think that I've ever had.
All right.
So I'm just going to set that down right there, and we got to have, it's got to be Kane, So I'm going to leave these here, and we'll adjust them later and all that good stuff. But out of the entire weekend, this is by far the coolest thing. Everybody knows Taker is my favorite. I was wearing my cowboy hat the whole time.
I would get that case and put that away.
Yeah, no, I've already ordered it.
I don't think it should be here. You
don't think it should sit here?
I'll tell you my reasons after.
No, and it's crazy. I also was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
But super, super, super cool. I just wanted to show that off. Everybody in Philadelphia, I can't believe I'm saying this. Everybody was nice. And then I haven't been to Philadelphia since I was probably like 9, 10 years old. And I just had a great time, a great experience. The food was great. It was just a blast, man. So, Sean, thank you so much, brother. And when you come back on the show, I know we can probably elaborate. And before I end this story, do you people know what a hell burger is? Let me tell you what a hell burger is.
Is it that burger that I had in New York that one time I went and fucking will never go back to New York again because fucking New York sucks?
You know what? The older I get, you're right. New York probably does suck. So, we get back to our Airbnb that's hanging above that's above an Italian restaurant in the middle of Philly. It was so cool, man. So cool. And so, Sean orders food one night. I'm eating a sandwich and, whatever. He said, hey, man, you want a burger? I was like, sure. So we get, decent-sized burger. I take maybe 5 bites into it.
Wait, you ordered it to the place?
Yeah, we ordered it because it was late at night. We had a DoorDash to it. Yeah. So this was after like a whole day of
Gotcha. Keep going.
being out. And I want to tell you, man, within like 8 seconds, I could not feel my gums. Okay, because
fuck, they put cocaine in that shit?
I have no idea. Whatever sauce was on this burger, even Sean could not eat it because me and him both finished half of it, and for about a good 35 minutes, I have tears coming out of my eyes. I can't feel my teeth, which is crazy, and Sean's a big foodie.
Londa, you're right. Like they just dumb.
Oh my God, dude! Whoever eats that on a regular basis,
why would you order something called a hell burger and have it delivered?
First of all, I didn't know this was ordered. I didn't know we had burgers until it came to the door. Sean was like, "Do you want one?" I was like, "Oh, okay."
So
sure.
in other words, he was going to eat that shit himself.
Well, he ordered one for me, but he
ordered both of them for
That's
himself.
okay, brother. That's okay.
Then he realized, oh wait, this is a hell burger. Did he start eating it before he gave you the other one?
No. So he gave me mine. He had his. He sat down. We both kind of started eating it at the same time. And the night before, we had a panini with Philly cheesesteak and
That's
banana
really
pepper.
You guys' honeymoon. That's cute.
Yeah.
So when's the wedding?
Oh man, it was just so gay. Anyway, fucking weirdo.
Don't call me a weirdo. You motherfuckers are the weirdo.
Oh, dude, I was hanging around a bunch of weirdos. It was awesome.
I know.
Whatchamacallit. So
that's why I don't want to go.
So, but the night before, we had a panini with Philly cheesesteak, banana peppers, jalapenos, buffalo sauce, and I realized that, Sean likes hot food. And, I don't mind hot food, but I don't like being in pain when I eat. I love me some jalapenos. I don't mind some buffalo sauce or banana peppers. But in a combination of all three, it can be pretty potent. And so I was like, damn, man. I was like, this is pretty hot. But when Sean basically put the burger down, he was like, dude, I can't eat this. He said, this is hot as fucking shit. I was like, okay, I'm not a pussy. This is the devil's ballsack juice that's in this burger.
It's called a hell burger for a reason.
Yes, exactly.
You motherfuckers are dumb.
Dude, what? Oh, my God.
You
dude.
motherfuckers are dumb.
And then Sean got some in his eye, okay? And then he's...
Like I said, guys, dumb. Stupid ass.
Dude, it was the funniest shit in the world because we were both kind of just like lying there, like in pain for like, God only knows a half hour. And Sean is blaming this burger on every global catastrophe in the world. He was like, yeah, this is the burger that caused COVID. Like, this is the burger. Oh, my God, dude. I was dying. Jared, I swear to God, if I would have had, a microphone, we probably would have had one of the best bits of all time.
Let's put it this way. If I do go with you guys, well, first of all, you should have recorded it. You have a microphone. You have a fucking phone. You have an iPhone sitting right next to you. Jesus Christ.
I was also...
That's what I have to deal with, guys. No fucking outside media, nothing. They go to the fucking 40th fucking Wrestlemania and don't bring back shit. It's crazy.
Great Scott.
I brought back myself. Thank God.
Okay.
But all in all, when Sean comes over, we can probably elaborate on the trip a little more and just his version of it. But I want to say...
I'll be over it by then.
It's okay. I'm sure everybody else will be too. But I want to say everybody I met was... And I was a little nervous meeting Sting and Hulk Hogan. I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh, shit, dude. Like, these are the guys I, like, really, really grew up watching. And once I kind of got that out of the way, dude, meeting everybody was so nice, man. Obviously, they're making, billions of dollars.
The only one that I actually give a fuck about that you met was Ronda Rousey. She's the only one that I'd be like,
she was a sweetheart, dude.
That's a true American hero right there. Besides Kurt Angle. The
Olympic gold medal. Oh, it's true.
Yeah, so, well,
it's damn true.
Ronda's a bronze medalist.
Yeah, no, I know.
I think she's a 2-time bronze medalist. And actually, speaking of that, another judo player, Olympian, she's a gold medalist. I think 2-time gold medalist. Kayla Harrison is fighting tonight, her first fight in the UFC against Holly Holm. So, yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be a dope one.
Or as we like to say in the world of wrestling, a good old-fashioned slobber knocker. Anyway, before I end this story, I had a great time. Thanks to everybody who we met and everybody that took good care of us. All
Moving on.
And the Undertaker's gong hit, and I lost my goddamn mind. It was incredible.
Yeah.
And The Rock is doing God's work, by the way. I just want everybody to know.
He's going to be gone for a while until...
That's okay, dude.
Year.
He was yelling at children, and it was incredible.
No, I saw that. He didn't really yell at that kid. Yeah, thank you. Londa said the same thing. Moving on.
You just don't get it, and I understand.
No, we don't. We do not get it.
It was fucking awesome. So, Sean, thank you, brother. I love you. I will personally dig your grave.
All right, relax. God damn. I want to talk about some shit that's been going on TikTok lately.
Yeah, all right, let's go.
So there's this thing called soft guy era.
Oh man, dude, no.
It at first, and I don't know if anybody else has heard of it yet. This is a TikTok trend that's kind of going around, it's making its rounds. Basically, what it is guys have started saying, "Hey, I'm in my soft guy era. We're no longer taking women's shit." When they say that, they want us to, basically, it's throwing all the stuff that women say about men online.
Yeah.
When they say, if he don't pick up the tab, or we don't go on a $500 date, the first date, then he ain't good enough for me. Or if he don't work, or if he don't pay all my bills by the fucking third month, and blah blah blah. So it's guys just doing things, saying the same thing that women say when it's on that far exaggerated spectrum, but basically throwing it back in their face and just doing it as they would do it, but say the opposite. Because there's this thing going around. It was sprinkle, like, the guys should be sprinkling gifts to you, like sprinkle, like you better be giving me gifts. So the guys' version of that is drizzle.
Oh, I like this.
So this whole thing is going around, but at the same time, chicks are in the comments like mad and doing stitches back to the, like, oh, you must be a broke motherfucker because if you fucking want a woman to blah blah blah. They were like, hold up, no, baby girl. Well, so let me give you a little example
here. While Jared's pulling up an example, I just want to elaborate for me and Jared. Well, maybe not Jared, but myself. Fuck you, bitches. That's
all right, relax.
I'm just teasing.
He has permission to talk my ears off. What? No, I don't know what you're saying. Let me set this. All right, so I just set that part up. Maybe I didn't set it up the best, but I want everybody to kind of see.
So this is basically the men clapping back,
pretty much.
All right, and I'm looking forward to
it.
But
they're mad about it. So just sit back and watch this real quick.
Absolutely. All right, I am.
Oh, hold on, I gotta fucking get the sound.
So while Jared's pulling that up, you can catch us anywhere you get your podcasts. That is Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff. Every Monday at 9 a.m. for the visual on YouTube. And, hey, man, check us out. Leave a comment. Subscribe. Why not? I mean, it takes 2 seconds, maybe not even 2 seconds, to just tap your phone. You're in your phone all day like the rest of us. So here, tap that, like us, and you can listen to our voices all the time, every day, forever, until the end of time.
The fuck are you talking about?
Nah, I'm just trying to, plug in the podcast.
I'm trying to remember how to do this fucking sound on this motherfucker. Give me 1 second.
Of course. But while you're doing that, the whole idea of taking somebody out on a big expensive date the first time, I don't know, man. I mean, I've been on some dates in my life, yeah, it's all right. Fuck you, Jared.
Very few.
But you don't know that.
I know that.
Nah, well, that's why I'm over here marking out about grown men and thongs.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Does that make you feel better, dude?
Doesn't make me feel better. You need to make yourself feel better.
I feel great.
I can't remember how to fucking.
But yeah, dude. I mean, I'm all for an expensive date, dude. But I think people like demanding it from you, like whether it's a man or a woman, that's fucking asinine, dude. Like that's literally. That's like narcissism, like, or I might not be using the right word, but like, what the fuck? I'm not taking anybody. Entitlement. That is the correct word.
Like you fought for feminism, you got what you wanted, and now you're upset because you want more.
Yeah,
that's crazy thinking.
Yeah, it's just
that's woman thinking.
It's very silly.
Fuck, there's a sound on
dude,
this.
I
right,
don't mind.
Give me a second.
Yeah, no, of course. I don't mind going out to a nice restaurant, having a decent meal, chatting it up, maybe an adult beverage or two, and maybe going to the movie. Hey, here, let's go to the bowling alley. You know what I mean? You gotta, and again, this is not everybody. I mean, we're probably kind of going based off of social media, but social media is like the kingdom nowadays, and we all absorb all that energy that comes from it, right? And it's so unnecessary, man. I mean, $500 is a lot of money nowadays, man. At least to me personally. So I mean, you'd have to be married to me for, or not even married. You'd have to be talking to me for, several, while. I don't mind buying somebody a gift. I mean, that's a part of that, the whole relationship aspect. But demanding it is absolutely fucking crazy to me, whether it's a man or a woman. Like, it's like, well, if a guy pays for I paid for this $500, so you have to give me some ass. No, that woman doesn't. Or the woman's like, oh, hey, honey, I paid for this. Now you have to, what did you say? The sprinkle me kind of thing, the rizzle dizzle or the razzle dazzle. You have to keep giving me gifts slowly because I paid for this. No, the fuck you don't. So it's, we live in a day and age where people are just so full of shit and so full of themselves.
You don't have to keep fucking harping on the same thing. You can talk about something else.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just waiting. I figured you'd have it pulled up by now. That's why.
No, I'm just trying to get the fucking sound to fucking play, and I don't know why I can't.
All right. So while Jared is still pulling that up, has anybody been playing anything new? Any new games? Any new DLC? Is there something that's coming out that you're looking forward to? Because I've personally, I have not yet been on my Xbox since I've returned, and I'll probably be doing that in the next day or two. But what I've been playing, I started playing the Final Fantasy VII. I know we talked about that, on the last show, but I'm very much looking forward to playing this version, the second one, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and the third one, which is apparently coming out, God forbid, in another 2 years, for the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy VII. So I'm very much looking forward to playing that, getting into some games that I've truly missed out on. One in particular is, I think it's Event Dawn Horizon. Apparently an incredible game that I have just been sleeping on entirely. So I would definitely like to get into that. And we are kind of getting to that time of year where Memorial Day is coming up. And shout out to my buddy JT or DTA Voltron and my buddy Al Peppers, or Ali Ice as we like to call him, because we will be doing the Memorial Day weekend. Rank grind. I'm so excited. I'm very excited. I know Jared's over here like, what the fuck, God, dude? Yeah. Hey, dude, I made it, through that. Dude, that was a grind. I'm not going to lie to you. And, now that I'm kind of speaking out loud, I think we're going to get Grand Theft Auto 6 early in 2025.
They already pushed it back.
Oh, they did it already? Okay. So
they've been said that.
Did they?
They said that earlier this month. It was 2026 it got pushed back to.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't. Oh, my God. Well, that's okay. I still have a lot of GTA 5 left to play, so I'm not really worried about
it. Where the fuck is this shit at?
And whatnot. And if I don't know if you've been on your RP at all lately, or
I haven't done none of that shit.
I mean, that's cool, man. But hopping on Grand Theft Auto Online and just seeing how much I still have to do is massive, because I still got to do a lot of heists. And you're more than welcome to join us, sir, while we do these heists, and we can put on some body armor, put on some sort of mask, and then shoot people.
Fuck you guys.
That's okay. I mean, we haven't played it in a while, so but we do have to get back into it soon. And what I did play, though, did you ever play Star Wars Dark Forces?
Nope.
On PC as a kid?
No,
not at all. Neither did I. My buddy did. And I got to play the, I guess, remastered version of it here on my Xbox a few weeks ago. And it just kind of it has the whole Doom effect to it, or not Doom effect, but the style of it, because it was kind of the wave of how first person shooters were made back in the day.
I can't remember how to do this shit.
It was just really, really, really cool. And I encourage everybody to check it out, even if you're a younger gamer, just to see how far games have come. I mean, obviously, they've kind of cleaned the graphics up a little bit and the movement and all that stuff, but how difficult some of these levels can be, dude. Video games were kind of not easy, back in the day. I mean, some of the levels I played were kind of fucking hard, even for me, and I've beaten some pretty hard video games, or I'd like to think I have. So please check that out if that's something that you guys are into.
I don't know why I'm having a hard time trying to find it. I can't find it because I can't concentrate while RJ is fucking talking, but then I don't want to not have you guys hear something at the same time.
Yeah.
Fuck, this whole shit is ruined. Anyway, I wanted to show a couple of fucking videos of kind of examples of this whole soft guy era shit. Like there's this one, maybe if you guys can at least see the video for it. And I can kind of sum up what he's saying, but this guy, he's going out with his.
Oh my God, are you serious?
He's basically saying like, oh, I thought she picked me up in a Zonda. She said a Honda, not a Zonda.
That girl came to my house.
She didn't even open my door for me.
To take me on a first date in a 2013 Honda.
It's a Honda.
And when I asked her before what car she had, I thought she said Zonda, like Pagani Zonda, a supercar, not a 2013 four-door Honda.
Civic.
I was absolutely mortified.
So basically, he just did the opposite.
I tried to go through with the date, but after 2 blocks.
But then you go to like some of some of the comments, and Londa said, "Oh, you can hear it? Oh, well, fuck, I can't hear it." Here,
well, hey, at least something's working, right?
Let me play it again then.
Here, well. Don't be that guy. So we'll let you guys listen to that.
Oh my God, are you serious?
The fuck can I hear?
That girl came to my house to take me on a first date in a 2013 Honda. And when I asked her before what car she had, I thought she said Zonda, like Pagani Zonda, a supercar, not a 2013 four-door Honda. I was absolutely mortified. And I tried to go through with the date, but after 2 blocks, I had her turn around and drop me off. I'm done dating these dusty women, these dusty brokies. You know, if you don't have a supercar or like a Mercedes, one of those things with the bees on it, don't roll up to my place thinking you're going to take me anywhere. I want to find out where she was going to take me, probably for something free like a walk. I'm not that type of guy. Like, if you're taking me on a first date, you better be taking me to a really nice restaurant where I can get filet and lobster and pasta.
So that's like one, like, so that's just like the opposite. So then it comes down to like the comments. Like, you go to the comments and that shit is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you got here. While you're pulling that up, and it stinks, man, because I feel like people can't get out of their own way sometimes, especially when it comes to the whole dating scene in this day and age, which is fucking god awful to every degree. And I know everybody out there probably agree, or at least here in the States. I don't know what it's like in the rest of the world.
Well, that Londa said that he said it seems like the tension, quote unquote, is more visible in the United States, which I think I tend to agree. This is why, like, and these same women who are upset about the Drizzle movement or whatever.
Drizzle, bitches.
Actually, that's going to be the name of the title.
Drizzle. Here, write it down. Write that bad boy down.
The ones that are most upset about this is they're the same ones who are like mad at guys doing, like, call it like passport bros. That's another thing. Have you heard of passport bros?
That I want to say yes, but no.
So a passport bro is somebody who basically they have a passport, they go to a different country to find women who are not westernized.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it does.
So it's like, instead of they're looking for more traditional women, like, not to say that they want them fucking cooking and cleaning and fucking, that's all they want. It's just they want a more, quote, as they say these days, traditional woman, as opposed to these women who are being like, oh, I want you to, what we were talking about.
Yeah.
So the comments on the Honda one, I just picked out a couple. It's not anything crazy, but
I like the "Do you feel safe" comment.
It's like, but this is the thing. These chicks are taking this shit so seriously. They're mad and they're like responding like with like, oh, you guys blah blah blah. I should have got some of the hate ones, but for the guys, it's just a big ass joke. We're just fucking around. It's not like we're really doing this shit, but the fact that we see that we're triggering these people, we're doing it on we're doing it on purpose. And so it's like this is the type of comment you'll see under this shit. It's like, do you feel safe?
Yeah.
Like, because this is the same type of stuff that they would have. And fine, do you feel safe? That's reasonable.
Yeah.
But then you go to the one right below it. It's like,
there is a list of places that are not acceptable, of places I will not go on a first date.
yeah.
I mean,
and that's a guy saying that. You know what I'm saying?
and you know what? I get it. This might be trolling on the finest level.
Oh,
dude.
no. It's
Dude,
the
they're
trolling of the highest level.
Yeah,
for real.
dude. This is really good, dude.
And they're fucking pissed. So then you got that one, and then same under the same umbrella, the same video. Hold on, give me a second.
Know your worth, Kings. I like that with all the clapping hands and the salute.
Give me a second, motherfucker.
I know. I'm just. This is cool though. I'm actually like really digging this. I'm actually liking it more than I thought I
So
would.
yeah, like at least you know your worth. It's like know your worth, Kings. It's like, so it's the same shit they would say, but instead of queens or queen is kings. You know what I'm saying?
It's and it stinks, man, because. Do you think this is the whole world, dude?
No,
or, not the
we
whole
just
world.
said-
Excuse
we
me.
ju-
Hold on,
we
hold on,
literally
hold on,
just
hold on.
said
Hold on, let me.
I think you be talking to. You don't listen when we say stuff.
No, I am listening. What I meant to say is, do you think this is a vast majority of the states of here in the Western civilization, so to speak?
Well, it's enough where it is causing it for this to be what they're calling an actual movement.
Okay, I think that's fair.
Like when you see these, and when you see the reactions of the women, how they get upset, of like, how dare you, blah blah blah. It's like, hold up, no, all we're doing is asking for the same. Like, you guys fought. Again, this is a U.S. thing. You fought for your rights. You got all your rights. And yeah, it was fucked up. Like, women should have been able to vote for a long time. Women should have been able to do they should have had the right to work. Fine. But then when you get the equality side of it, you want more. And now you're doing trying to say this.
It's all right, brother. Don't worry. This is the Mad Scientist Lab podcast.
Trying to say this politically correct. Now that you have everything you want more. You're not satisfied for what equal is. You want everything.
Yeah, now you want to be a step above equality.
Yeah.
Which I 100% agree with what you're saying. But yeah, man, I think. But if you think about it too,
here, there's another one. Before we.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Oh, major ick today in my soft guy era. So I went to Walmart to buy a new headlamp bulb for my car. I'd gone out and I was looking in the manual to see which exact bulb I needed. And some woman came up to me and asked me where the car floor mats were. It's such a major ick, I turned and I yelled at her at the top of my voice, "Do not approach men in public, you creep. Drizzle, drizzle." Such an ick.
All right, that was fucking hilarious, dude. No,
but you didn't hear the whole thing. They heard the whole thing. Basically, he was saying, "Oh, it was a major ick that you even approached me in public." Like, men don't approach women, and then there'll be again the other side of it. They'll be on, especially on TikTok or wherever. How come men aren't men and they don't approach women anymore? It's like, because you made it. You made it to the point where it's creepy for us to, if we come up to you, why are you coming over here? It's an ick that you fucking chew gum that way. Like, hold up.
Yeah.
Bitch, dude. What?
Dude, honestly, dude, you could have what I like to call the Riz. Dude, it is damn near impossible to approach some people nowadays and even say hello. But what I will say this, when I was in...
It's everybody, Londa. Everybody. It don't matter who you are. If you're in the soft guy era, you're in the soft guy. And not soft boy, soft guy, sir. Soft guy. There's a difference.
I will say
Drizzle King.
Drizzle. All right. Hey, dude. Oh, man. We will try not to play that
hold
out.
on. Let me see. No, you don't. Well, yeah, RJ will not try to play that out. A couple of comments on that one. Let's see. The ick one. Let's see. Are you okay? I hope you're okay.
Still shaking even now.
he responded to that shit. And then somebody says, "I'm glad you're safe." Oh my god,
dude. Look at the top comment, dude. Almost 6,000 likes on that,
yeah.
dude. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, Kings. Show your show your worth. Drizzle. All right.
There's more.
Oh wait, there's more. Oh
yeah,
my
there's
god,
definitely more. Hold on, before I didn't.
See, lazy woman should look for them herself. You're not her customer service. Major ick indeed. Barf face. Shout out to Matt, whoever he, whoever he is.
I don't know what. Hold on, real quick. I don't know. I can't remember which video this came from, but there's some other comments. But there's a bunch of these videos, and just the comments that come along with it are fucking hilarious. Don't read it yet.
Nah, dude, I'm totally into this.
Oh no,
now.
here's this. I think this is one of the Honda ones from the Honda one.
Did she at least open the door first? Don't settle for less, King. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, fight. Hey, man, dude. Sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire, brother.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and there's
that's why they're mad about it though, because we're fired. Like, how dare they fucking use our shit? And I will tell you, I've been in relationships where, like, I especially could tell when I once I learned what triggered a chick, it would be fun for me to trigger her.
You know, it's crazy. You sound like my dad.
Nah, I don't think that's. That's not my intention.
I got
maybe that's just a guy in general. Like once you get, it's like, all right, fine. You want to be mad, fine. It's fun to watch me play with your fucking mind and say, hey, blah blah whatever. Oh, you're triggered. Okay, gotcha. Keep doing it. You look stupid.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like, we got to have our games, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, man. You can't play fucking games with our minds and our hearts, and you can't. Hey, man, dude, don't throw the first punch if you don't want one back.
Well, that's the thing. They again, and I'm not trying to sit out here and bash anybody, but
no, we're not, and we don't want to. Yeah,
don't read it until it comes up. All right, now you can.
All right, You're so brave, King.
Drizzle.
Look
at the fingernails too, with the little paint.
Oh, that might be my favorite one right there, dude. Just because it's
Save
got
the
the
best
nail.
for,
Yeah.
Save the best for last.
No,
and he's got a Marine Corps with a fucking blue stripe flag in the back.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's anything more American than this right
now. He's a cop and he's a fucking Marine Corps.
No, and to Jared's credit, before we go any further, is we're not bashing people, but this is
funny.
Yeah, this is funny. This is hilarious, dude. There's somebody for everybody.
I encourage everyone to go out, and if you're on TikTok, I know a lot of people are they listen to their government too much. I encourage you to go out and look in TikTok and look into the soft guy era. It was started, but actually there's just one really rich dude. And he gets so much hate, and he'll pick the best comments of like chicks will stitch his thing, and they'll be like, "Oh, you must be broke if you can't talk shit." Blah 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 blah. And he was like, "Well, actually, these two geodes that I bought right here, these cost $150 a piece, and blah 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 blah. This that the other thing, and you know what is wrong with blah blah blah. This that and the other. And this motherfucker's loaded.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But he's just part of the shit because he's the fun of it. Like he could get, and then they were like, I bet you can't get any women. Then he pulls up receipts, dog. He's pulling up like, I got this chick hollering at me. I got this chick saying she don't want to fucking stop talking to me. I try to tell her to stop talking to me. She keeps hitting me up. And this one, I didn't even respond to. Like it's like 3 or 4 of them he didn't even respond to. So it's like, y'all are losing your own game, and like this is what men are good at.
Yeah.
Men are good at logic and precise thinking.
Oh yeah, dude.
they're good at emotional. That's why they take care of children. They take care of their man. Like, and everybody wants to say, "Oh, there shouldn't be gender roles." And it's well, guess what? Biologically, scientifically, the mad scientist lab. This is what the reality is. These are things that are embedded in our DNAs as human beings.
Yeah.
And I said DNAs plural because there's more than one DNA.
Yeah.
But this is a thing, like, and I was thinking about it. I was like, this is kind of like a gender war type thing. And Dr. Jordan Peterson has talked about this before. I think he was saying Sweden, and a lot of them might know this a little bit, but I guess they had created like equality a long time ago, and between the genders or whatever. And there was, I forgot I can't remember exactly what he said, but basically there is always a gender war when you create equality between the genders. There's always a gender war, and then basically it corrects itself.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it doesn't. Like, and then that's when the birth rate starts going down, which it slowly has started going down in the United States. Japan's another one. The birth rate is really low. But, and like, what is it, like the, like, what is it, like 30% of the population in Japan is like above 80? Like,
whoa, that's fucking crazy,
yeah,
dude.
it's crazy. Well, they're in the blue zone too, so.
But still, 30% of your population.
That might be a number I just pulled out of my ass, but it's pretty high compared to here. Like, the average age here is like fucking 76. Actually, I know that for a fact because they looked it up, because OJ lived to be exactly 76, which is the average age in America. Because we were talking about, or not, I was watching a podcast and they were talking about how black men don't usually mostly black men don't usually live that long. That was kind of a good run. That's why, like, my goal is 80. Like, that's a good run for a black man in America.
I got you.
Deal with all the shit we got to deal with. We got fucking diabetes, fucking high blood pressure, because all that shit, again, back to DNA.
Yeah.
It's already embedded in
your
the
genetics.
system.
Yeah.
But that comes from trauma that's also been put in, because you can get trauma can add to your DNA. That can be put into DNA and be passed down through generations, because those are just basically memory markers, genetic markers that go into your system, and then you can pass them on to your children, and then they pass it on, and they pass it on. So all that trauma that black folks have been dealing with all this time has been passed on down. That's why our fucking age that we live is, not to mention less income, access to medical. The more money you have, the more access to healthcare you have, and that's just a proven thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a black or white thing, but typically people of black, brown people usually have less access to quality healthcare.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that white people don't, because there are poor white people, but I would say the majority of poor people are in areas of the country that don't get as much money or attention.
Yeah, no, and you're not wrong, dude. And, you know, with what you were talking about earlier, and, you know, just this whole, this movement, to kind of just go back to just a tad bit, and I think it kind of rolls into this a little bit, is that when you have a system that's designed to kind of make you fail, and not that it's been done on purpose, but, maybe, it's tough, dude. But what I do, like, we were just talking about this stuff, and what I realize is, at least for, you know, because we do live in the D.C. area, anytime, you know, when you go to Texas or you go to California, or even me going up to the other side of Pennsylvania, which I never go to, it's amazing how much nicer people are and how much more understanding people are to certain things and things of that nature. And then you can see with your own eyes the way of living in those areas, and how it kind of makes you think about your own hometown. It's just like
I think we said this before as far as people being nicer. I think what happens, because anywhere I go, same thing. I feel like people are nicer. I don't know if it is because they know we're not from there and they just are like, okay, you're not from here. I want you to feel welcome here.
Of course.
I don't think, if you go to New York, I don't think they're as welcoming as they would be in, say, a town. Maybe Philly. I don't know. I haven't been to Philly in a while, I've never been to Philly. But I know for sure in the South they're always nice. I've never had a negative experience with anyone in the South. Now, if I lived there, it might be a different story.
Yeah, no, and I've also thought of the same process as well. But I think for me, just with this trip that I just did, which is pretty much the real first vacation I've probably had since I was like a kid. Like normally when I take time off, I hang around the area.
I'm trying to tell your ass.
Yeah, and Jared, you know,
please tell everybody how I was right again.
I fucking hate you. Here, if you would like to,
you can hate me or you can love me for fucking trying to help you make your life better.
All right. Well,
no, we're about to be done. You don't need no more.
Now, then what are you doing?
I haven't had as much as you.
Are you sure about that?
Yep. Keep going.
It was really cool, man, and it really did make me feel better. You know, just
because you got to recharge, man. I'm telling you, this fucking area will drain the fuck out of you, dog. And then, matter of fact, when I told somebody recently, probably 3 weeks ago, I told them, maybe 4 weeks ago now, I told them I was going back to Texas this month. And they were like, again? I'm like, yeah. Like,
why not?
What the fuck you mean? I can do what the fuck I want. Like, why are you worried about it?
Mm-hmm.
You'll be worried about it when when I'm drizzling to myself.
Yeah, drizzle, baby.
Hey, shout out to me. Hopefully I get on Kill Tony.
All right, man. We got it coming. No, but I think
what you fucking hoarding all the fucking cans to yourself.
No. There.
There's no you wasted that one?
There was only like this much left in it.
I just need a splash.
Well, then open it up, dude.
Oh
it's God. Okay, brother, dude.
They're all full down here.
Are they? Well,
there's a few that are full.
They're also old, man. So I
know. Well, my point is, go throw some trash away.
You know what? I think I'm going to take the trash out.
I don't think you are.
Yeah. No, but I also share the same sentiment in terms of like maybe, hey, if I did live here, maybe it would be completely different. But no, right now, no.
I would not live in fucking Pittsburgh. I would not live in Pennsylvania. Period.
Well, it is weather-wise, and it's one of those places like you have to grow up in. If I had to put it in,
I would leave. I would leave immediately.
Well, hey, man, you know, hey,
why do you think they all come here? Why do you think the Steeler population is so high? Because they leave that fucking place.
And we're just the greatest fucking sports organization in the world.
That's not true at all.
It is, but it's okay. It's all right. Don't worry. Hate is gonna hate. You hate greatness.
Oh my God. It's not great. You're not great. Your team is trash. Relax.
Anyway, no, but
let's bring in Russell Wilson, a guy who hasn't done shit ever.
Here, we'll see how that conversation goes later in the year.
Yeah, but I know where it's going.
No, but I have to give Jared his props. You know, he's been telling me to get out of town for a while, and honestly, dude, the only reason I was able to get out is because of Sean. So thank you again, man.
No, that's not the only reason.
But it was. You
hold yourself back because of lack of discipline.
I have a lot of discipline. I'm the most disciplined man I think you'll ever meet, dude. I'm a martial artist.
Okay. Right? Anyway, speaking of that, let's wrap this up.
All right. So, folks, thank you for joining us for another incredible episode of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast featuring Jared, Leigh, and RJ. 229 is the exact number, and which is a high number, and it's going to keep climbing and climbing and climbing. Catch us anywhere you get your podcast, Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff.
Merch.
Ooh, got it. You got to get your shirt.
Get your Leigh for President 2024 shirts. It'll be in the description on YouTube. Yeah. Thank you, Londa. Thank you for staying around. I didn't get to the last comment, but basically you were saying what I was saying. Yeah, gender is still a thing where it comes to, or I should say biologically, women are more into social studies and men are more into STEM. And there are some crossovers, but again, this is just a biological thing, and this is how we're wired as the two genders. Oh God!
God forbid there's only two.
Oh, look out! YouTube's gonna kill us. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's fine. Do it.
See you next week. Londa, Epic. Happy birthday, Ghost Chips again.
Happy birthday, Ghost Chips. It's hammer time, baby. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Stop screaming into the microphone.
I'm sorry. I was really feeling it right now.
I don't give a fuck. Check us out on YouTube on Monday. Anybody who's around, please check out on Tuesday at Shooters Comedy Open Mic Night. However that could. That's the last one before I go back to Texas for this month. No, there's one more this month, but I'll be back by then. But anyway, thank y'all for coming out.
Yeah.
Good night.
See you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I want to do.
Hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio Skulls all day.
The merit scientist forever. The merit scientist forever. The merit scientist forever. The merit scientist forever.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
The merit scientist